In this video, we're going to be editing our profile. Now, before you get into this phase, you're going to want to answer the question, why am I using Pinterest? If it's for marketing purposes, then you're going to want to consider branding when entering the information in your profile stuff. That will be the approach we're going to take in this video. Now, if you're just using Pinterest for the fun of it, then you can still use some of these techniques to get more eyes on your boards, which will result in getting more repins of your pins and a greater following in the long run. So let's go ahead and start editing our profile. And I've already logged in, and I want to first, well, before I go to my account, I want to show you somebody else's account, kind of give you an idea as to what we're going to strive for. Warren Whitlock is a social media magician. He knows what he's talking about. And this is a very good example of a profile box. He's got all the proper boxes filled out. This is his description, which, by the way, you've got 200 characters to work with here. And if you look down here in the status bar, you can see the URLs that pop up whenever I hover over these icons. You've got the website icon. You've got the Twitter icon, which takes you to his Twitter account. This one takes you to his website. This one takes you to his Facebook personal profile page, and this just gives you a geolocation of where he lives, or at least where he says that he lives. And in this instance, he chose to put a picture of himself, which I believe is also an image that he uses quite a bit throughout the internet in other areas of his marketing efforts. So here you might decide to have an image of yourself if that's an image that you're using elsewhere quite a bit. Again, branding. If you are going to just go with a business, and you might want to use a logo here instead of your personal image. Again, things to consider when entering the information in your profile. Okay, that said, let's go ahead and get back to my site here. Now, there's a couple of ways we can do this. You can just click on this guy here, head on back to your profile, or you can also come up here and go to settings. But I'm going to go this way, where you can either enter the information here and here by just hitting that little plus sign. You can enter your URL here, or if we go into the edit profile, this is the one I'd rather use, this one or these settings under your name, because that's going to take us to your profile page where you can enter all the details, not just what's allowed to be entered there. You can see we're at the settings page here, and this is where you can put in the about section. That's that description that I'd mentioned, where you've got 200 characters to work with. The location, that geolocation, your website URL, and you want to log in with Twitter. Right now it's turned off, and I would also want to have this one turned on to publish activity to my Facebook timeline. I would want this one to be turned on, because right now Pinterest is only hooked up to my personal profile. If I've got my business lined up with my Twitter account, then if I have this on, then this is going to be working more in line with my business by posting this stuff to my Twitter feeds, which is related to my business, if that's how I have my Twitter feed set up. And this one here can be a little bit tricky. It's saying hide. Do you want to hide this stuff? No. So you want to turn that off. As a marketer, I do not want to hide my Pinterest profile from search engines. So I want to have this part off. And of course, if you're just sick and tired of Pinterest, you hit that button there. Pretty obvious. So let's go ahead and turn this guy on. And it's going to ask for me to sign in to my Twitter account. And I want to have this on as well. Click on Add to Facebook, the Pinterest application. And now I got red, 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 gray. And that's how it should be. And let me see here. As far as the About section, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I type in some stuff here. I went ahead and filled in some information here, and like I said, you can put a URL in here, but it's not going to be clickable. So you may want to kind of weigh out the difference between that space of the 200 characters you're allotted to what else you might be able to put in there. And on the location, yeah, I went a little silly here by putting in my garden versus the actual geolocation of where I'm at. And on the website, I went ahead and put in my Facebook fan page URL. I'm pretty sure that will work in there. We're about to find out. And under the image here, this is the default image that it put in when I logged in from my Facebook account. So let's go ahead and refresh from Facebook, because I changed my image on my Facebook account. If we go here, you can see this is my personal profile page here. That's the new image that I've got. So let's go ahead and refresh from Facebook. Okay, so that didn't work out too well. So let's go ahead and upload the image then. Go ahead and choose File. And I think that's the guy there. Open it up, and there we go. It looks a little dinky. Now we've got everything else pretty much what we want. Let's go ahead and click on Save Profile and see how things look. Okay, so the size of that image turned out okay, and you can see we've got things pretty well filled out here. And if you recall, we had like 19 characters left, so we pretty well filled up the blanks here nicely. And let's click on this here to see if it will take us to our fan page here, and it doesn't look like it did. Let's head on back over to my fan page here. Interestingly enough, for some reason, let's head on back over here, but for some reason whenever I enter the URL to my fan page, as I had copied it from Facebook, that being with the HTTPS, it does not work. If I go ahead and take that S out and save profile, not sure if this is just a glitch that will eventually work itself out, I'm not sure, but if we click on this now, you can see it's still the same URL down here, except this time it works. As you can see, it automatically entered the HTTPS up there. But again, if we do this just to demonstrate one more time, if we put the S in there, again as it is copied from the URL from Facebook itself, then click on that, not going to work. Pretty weird stuff. Anywho, so in case you encounter the same problem, now you've got the solution. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now we've got the Twitter, we've got the URL to whatever website you want to put in there. We've got your Facebook personal profile and your geolocation. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on properly pimping your profile.